Indeed, it is the end of days in Armageddon's battleground. Hey everyone, Johnny here, Don't Speak News. Well, that's the latest video release from Stryper, at least the latest one I've seen. I just came across it last week, and I really liked it. And it definitely reminded me of my opening intro that I play on this channel, don'tspeaknews.com, from Dennis Cameron that he wrote for me, several years ago now. This was posted a year ago, so I guess it's only been a couple of years, but the point is, very similar videos, very similarly themed end time looking videos, end of days videos. So yeah, I asked Dennis, I emailed him a link to Stryper's new video, and I said, did you do the video for them or what? And he said, well, I basically could have. It's very similar. So anyway, thought I'd open with that today because we are in the end of days and we are at Armageddon's battleground. Here we go. Breaking news, Middle East war to break out within days. As Netanyahu got the approval he wanted and needed in Washington, D.C., and the Israeli press is already saying that war with Hezbollah will commence shortly after Bibi returns to Israel. Yet we have the Israeli generals of the IDF saying that they would prefer a hostage deal with a ceasefire. It appears that there's a rift between the military and the civilian government in Israel. Indeed, there is. Bibi's under a lot of pressure, guys, from his so-called coalition government to finish the job and not declare a ceasefire and not make a deal for the hostages because of the extreme right-wingers he's aligned with. But these generals, they believe a truce is the best way to secure the release of the roughly 120 Israelis still held in Gaza, both dead and alive, according to interviews with 6 current and former security officials. They say that they're under-equipped for fighting after Israel's longest war in decades. The generals also think their forces need time to recuperate in case a land war breaks out against Hezbollah. This General Staff Forum, which is Israel's military leadership, is composed of roughly 30 senior generals, including the military chief of staff, Lieutenant General Herzi Halevi, and the commanders of the Army, Air Force, Navy, and military intelligence. This Eyal Hulata, who served as Israel's national security advisor until early last year, and who regularly speaks with senior military officials, reportedly said that the military is in full support of a hostage deal and a ceasefire. They believe that they can always go back and engage Hamas militarily later in the future. Yeah, they can. And so this war of genocide really is completely unnecessary, but yet Netanyahu presses forward. Why? Because this isn't their plan. This is ultimately God's plan that's unfolding in front of us, and they don't have much control over that. Anyway, meanwhile, I'm getting reports that the Middle East is entering all-out war within days. The Israeli media are already widely writing that after Netanyahu's return to the country, the Israeli army will attack Lebanon with all its military force. Well, they have been positioning everything up north. That's for sure. They've been locating a lot of tanks and armor up there. Now, the U.S. has guaranteed Netanyahu he will get full support for the war. Iran has already publicly announced that an invasion of Lebanon would bring the Houthis from Yemen and the entire Islamic resistance in the region to Israel's border. A few days ago, the leader of Hezbollah announced that Hezbollah is ready and once again warned Cyprus if it allows Israel to use their airports, they're going to get hit too. This means that Israel's airports are the first to be hit. It appears that things are shaping up for Armageddon to take place soon, guys. In fact, when I was in prayer this morning, I was definitely told things are going to ramp up exponentially over the next month. So be ready for August to be hotter than ever before. And I'm not talking about the temperatures, which are setting records again, but rather the wars, earthquakes, and other natural disasters like the wildfires in the West, like we have out here in Washington State and Canada, that are out of control. Prayed up and prepped up time is indeed short, guys. Very short. So that's the latest in the Middle East. That's the main story I wanted to bring to your attention. I also wanted to show you this one. The UN is going to sign a pact. It's called the Pact of the Future. And it's happening in 60 days, and here's why it matters. This is from Derek Brose over at The Last American Vagabond. Very, very lengthy and good article here. I reposted it on don'tspeaknews.com because this is news that they're not speaking about, and it's my job to get it to you. So in September, the United Nations 79th General Assembly will host this highly anticipated Summit of the Future. Well, nations will sign the Pact of the Future, representing a major step toward the creation of a world government. Yes, they're ready to declare a planetary emergency type situation. That's what they're saying right here. That's what they're expected to do as part of this so-called Pact for the Future. So although the UNGA is an annual meeting, this year's gathering is unique because of the addition of the Summit of the Future, which will take place in New York City on the 22nd and 23rd of September. The summit has been in the making since at least 2022, and after repeated calls by the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres to shift financial resources to rapidly complete Agenda 2030 goals set by the UN in 2015. So, one thing is clear. The Summit of the Future, the Pact for the Future, and the declaration of a planetary emergency needs more attention, and fast. Otherwise, the free-thinking people of the world will be in the same position we have often found ourselves, looking back to the past with the benefit of hindsight, which is always 2020, guys, wishing that we had paid attention before it was too late to stop the advancement of the technocratic state, because that's what we're looking at here with this UN Pact of the Future they're talking about. So that's just some highlights from the article, guys. I recommend you read the whole thing and that you share it with everybody you know, because nobody knows about this. I didn't really know anything about it until last night. I didn't go through it thoroughly until this morning. So, wow, there's so much to keep track of, and they got us distracted with so many different things, right? Especially with the politics and the fake assassination attempts and all this crap. So I recommend once again to keep your eyes focused on Jesus Christ and the kingdom. Seek first the kingdom, right? That's what he told us. And all these other things that we're worried about, well, they'll just fall into place for us. But we need to seek him first, seek the kingdom and his righteousness first. Then all the rest will fall into place. And he does not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So seek Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior today while there's still time, guys. I can't emphasize it enough. Time is indeed very, very short. All right, that's it for now. Just want to let you guys know that if you do enjoy don'tspeaknews.com, well, then you can gift us a plan for the website if you like by clicking this button here called gift, because like it says, it will expire in 10 days. Actually, 9 days, I think. It says 10 up here, so we'll go with 10. So this will expire in 10 days and the website will be broken. So I'm just going to take it down at that point because it'll look like crap. I did secure the domain name, but we still need the hosting. So if you'd like to gift that to us, that would be wonderful. And if you'd like to support us in general, just click channel support. And all the links to support us are right here. And we thank you very much for that. Thank you to everyone who supported so far this month, because without it, well, the internet would have been shut off, the phone would have been shut off. So thank you very, very much for all that. And that's it for now. God bless, take care. Johnny Storm, Don't Speak News.